legends. Welcome to a new ROI DApp. However, they have created a DApp before this, which was Pulse Rate. And I missed out on that one. So I definitely was not going to miss out on this one. Now, as we know, Pulse Rate was on Pulse. Base Rate is on Base, which is Coinbase's blockchain. Let's get into it. So I'm just going to go first and go through the platform, some little information out of the white paper. Please do your own research as always, because what I give is for informational, educational purposes only, never intended as any type of financial advice. So I'm going to go over a little bit of the white paper. I'll have the link in the description for the white paper. Do your own research. The boardroom. We're going to print your B rate when the TWAP is above $1.01. You can withdraw your B shares every 4 epochs. You can claim your rewards and B rate every 3 epochs, which is 18 hours. Staking and claiming resets the timer. Ensure you overstand that. So if you go in there and you pull your claim out or whatever dividends you have, that's going to reset your clock to start all over again. Each epoch is 6 hours in duration. Shares, of course. Stake your LPs and you can earn your B rate tokens in the bond. So when it does go under $1.01, you're going to have the ability to purchase bonds. The B bonds are available for purchase when B rate falls below the peg. Now, if the B rate TWAP is between $1.01, neither B bonds nor the B rate will be issued. So now if the B rate and the total weighted average price is less than 1, to exchange the B rate for B bond will be a ratio of 1-to-1. Now, if the B bonds are available for redemption when B rate goes back above the 1-to-1 ETH peg, because the B rate is pegged to Ethereum. Let's continue on. The tokens that are used for B rate, for base rate. You have the house tokens. Now, the base rate is the multi-token protocol, which consists of the following 3 tokens. You have the B rate. The B rate token is outlined as for use in the medium of trade. It's intended to have many other use cases, and the ecosystem grows. If you know anything about Pulse Rate and how expansive Pulse Rate is, they got the Pulse Lock or the P-Rate Lock, the Rate Lock or something over there on Pulse Rate. It was phenomenal. So, of course, it's brand new. It only came out last Thursday, which was the 30th of September. So it has a long way to go. And I'll explain in a minute why I got in and didn't do a video really, really early. Now, we're going to move down here to note. Now, on the B rate, here. The B rate token is outlined for use as a medium. B rate is algorithmically pegged to ETH, to 1 ETH. Note, the B rate actively pegs via an algorithm. It does not mean that is valued at 1 P rate equals 1 ETH. It doesn't work like that. 1 ETH at all times. This is not collateralized. B rate is not to be confused for a crypto or fiat-backed stablecoin. It's not a stablecoin. The B share. The B share is one of the ways to measure the value of the base rate protocol and trust in its ability to maintain B rate close to peg. Now, during epoch expansion, the protocol mints B rate and distributes it proportionally to all B share stakers in the boardroom who have staked their tokens. Then you got the B bonds that we just talked about before. The B bonds only issued when we go under peg. The B bonds' main job is to help incentivize changes in B rate supply during an epoch contraction period. I'm not going to read all of this. These B bonds can be redeemed for B rate when the price is above peg in the future. Now, if your B rate is below peg and you exchange it for B bonds and redeem after peg is back above 1.1, you'll receive bonus B rate. Please overstand. All holders are able to redeem their B bonds for B rate tokens as long as the treasury has a positive B rate balance. Those are the tokens. The expansion. At the beginning of each epoch, if the time-weighted average price was the TWAP of B rate is greater than, greater than the expansion, greater than the TWAP. I guess there's no other way to say it. The new B rate will be minted in the boardroom. The amount of the new B rate distributed depends on the current circulating supply of B rate. Now, the first 6 epochs will have emissions to account for continued B rate rewards during this time. That's already passed, so that's not either here or there. Then from 1 to the TWAP minted. Okay, so right now, this is the way the white paper stayed. So from 1 to I'm over here to be minted per epoch, the expansion is blank. I guess they're leaving this so they can add this into the white paper later. So I'm not even going to finish all of that. The pools. Currently, there are only 4 pools. If you, like I stated, they had done on pulse rate. Man, they must have like 20 or 30 different pools. So over time, as the TVL increases, so will the number of pools. Because as of right now, there are no single staking pools to even put your B rate into, or just your B share into. You have to combine it with Wrap ETH. So stand by. So of course, they will be adding more. And you can see the deposit fees here as well. Those are the 4 pools: the wrapped ETH and B rate, the wrapped ETH and B share, ARO, and the USDBC. Now, the USDBC is the USDC on the base blockchain. That's why that little B is in there. And then, of course, the wrapped ETH and the USDBC. Swapping. I'm going to show you all of this when we watch the video, because you can swap it. You can do everything right there inside of the UI. Updates. Okay, they have already applied for their DBank validation, done their, their submission in order to have DBank attached to it. Pre-sale tokens. This is the second reason why I didn't do a video right after Thursday after I got in, due to the fact that, oh my goodness, there had been, I don't know how many protocols we had on Base in the last 2 weeks. And as soon as the pre-sale came, the pre-sellers got the tokens and dumped it. The protocol was done already. So I'm so glad that I didn't do a video just to have all my legends wrecked. So that's why I said I'm going to wait, let all the coins be sent out to all the holders or the pre-sellers, and we are here today. So that was a big reason. And like I said, so the number one reason was that the track record of these previous Base protocols, as well as they were tomb forks, was terrible. It must have been like 4 or 5 of them, and they all just went to crap within a day. Yeah, I lost some funds, but I mean, it is what it is. Like I say, it's all, working cap. It's not working capital, I guess you can call it. I guess it's capital for me to do my investing. So, you suck it up and you keep on moving. But again, so the number one reason was that I don't know if it was the devs or what, they weren't ready for being on Base, or they overthought how many coins to give out during pre-sale. But anyhow, that was the number one reason that I didn't do the video earlier. The number 2 reason that I wanted to wait until the pre-sale was done. The pre-sale tokens were received by all the holders, and they decided what they were going to do. Either they were going to hold and stake them, or they were going to sell. So all of that is over with. Here's one way how to do your base rate, and you can follow the steps there. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and I'm going to show you how I did it and where I'm currently standing at right now. All right, legends, we are now out at the base rate getbook.io. I will have the link in the description. So please, before you do anything, always, always, always do your own research, because I am not a financial advisor in the least sense. Okay, so the link will be in the description. Please go through it. Any questions you have, please, they do have Telegram. They do have Discord. So you'll see the links when we get to the website. And please ask them whatever questions you have. If there's a simple question and I can answer, I'll do it. If not, you're going to have to go out and speak with the team. All right, let's go here. So now we're here at the website. As you can see, this is the base rate. This is the home page, $1,034,184. Up here at the top, you can see the current price for the B rate, which is $1,911.52. The current TWAP is at $1.13. The B share token is valued at $3,440. And of course, the B bond is valued at $2,087.21. Like I stated, the pre-sale is over, then you go to your dashboard. So like I said, I've been in since last Thursday. So your dashboard here just shows you your total worth, how much I have in stakes, how much I have in the boardroom, how much I have sitting in my wallet, and my rewards to claim. Because normally at 12 o'clock, I come in and do my claims. I came in, I pulled my claims. I was like, I wanted to do it on video. So as you scroll on down, then you have your staking here. Now in the staking, you do have the calculators. So you can say, okay, well, I'm gonna do the wrapped ETH and the B rate. So you can go here to the calculator. They have some numbers that they have just standard numbers. $100 over each day is $3.19. Well, L7, I got $700. You can make $22 a day. And of course, the 1,000, and then okay, whatever stake you have in it, you can come in there and just check your stake. So with $1,000, you can make $31 a day, and your average APR is 3.19% per day. And that's the way it is with the 4 pools. Like I said, there's only 4 pools currently. As you know, on Pulse Rate, there's oodles of pools. So it is what it is. Matter of fact, let me just show you what I'm talking about. Let me pull up Pulse Rate. Okay, so here, when you go to Pulse Rate, so this is what we have to look forward to. And then when you go to earn and you go to staking, just take a look at all these pools and farms. Look at this. So you're talking 8, 15, 20, 33 different farms. I might have missed one or two. So this is what you have to look forward to when it comes to different options to choose from. Then, like I stated, the P-rate lock, where you can lock your P-rate tokens in there. And you have your weekly APRs here, 1 week, 31. Anyhow, so this is what we have to look forward to here on Base Rate. So like I said, it's not even been a full week yet. So these are the first 4 that we had available. So that is what you have here on staking. Then, of course, down here shows you what you have in the boardroom. Then we're going to go over here to staking. This is where you're going to come when you're ready to do your stake. You say, okay, well, I'm just going to use the one that I'm in already. So I'm going to go into this one here, go to pool. No, I want to use one that's I'm not in so you can see the buttons. Okay, so I didn't do this one. So what you want to do is first when you come in, you're going to have to, did I go into this one? I don't think I went into this one. You're going to have to click stake. Well, you're going to have to approve the, let me just check here. I want to make sure that I show you legends. Okay, one of these I didn't go into, which is the least one. Did they all say the same? Okay, they all say stake. Because they should have said approve, because you want to interact with stake and stake. Yeah, so I guess you come in and you stake. Okay, yes. So right here, my apologies. I know it said approve somewhere. So first thing you have to do is approve the one that you want to get into. So you're going to click it. My ledger's not ready yet. Anyhow, so, and then you're just going to approve it here on the button. And that's it. So then once you're done with the approval, now I can go back to the one that I was in here. You're going to, when you click stake, so if I wanted to put some more in there, so now I've already done it. So then I would say, okay, click here, and it would pop in my stake that I have that's ready, my LP that I created, and then click stake. And then it will show up here. And you're good to go. It's just that simple. Then you have the boardroom over here. Now, especially while it's still over TWAP up here, which I said is $1.13, you can come in here and it's going to be the same thing. You're just going to click stake. It's going to pop open. It's going to say approve. You got to approve it first. Then, I have some B share here. I can go ahead and take this B share here, the $53, and stake that if I chose to. I haven't done my claim. And then, like I stated, once you click claim, so if I claim the $6.34, 43 cents, it's going to reset my clock and you'll see the clock change. Right now, there is no clock. Let me get my ledger together here first, folks. Oh, I have a funny story. I woke up the other morning and my ledger had reset. You're talking about almost having a heart attack. For some reason, I don't know why it reset all the way back to day one, like I just received it. So I had to go in and sit there with the little clickety click and put all those 24 letter words in. Oh, man, I thought I was going to have a heart attack because then the first time I did it, it told me that it was invalid. Then I had to do it a second time. Well, okay. So if I do that, let's approve. My wife was like, you need to make a video of it and tell them. I was like, man, I almost had a heart attack. I'm like, man, you talking about I can't get to my funds because the thing reset. See right here, down here, it's set to 12 hours in, I don't know why, to 6 minutes. And this is 18 hours to unstake. So that's what happens every single time you do it. So if you know you're going to do it every day, then it's every day, or you can do it on Friday, whenever you're going to claim that, that's totally up to you. I just want to make sure that you understand that every time you go in here, whether you unstake or stake, well, if you unstake, it's going to take everything you have here and send to your wallet. But when you make a claim, it's going to reset the clock. So I could have left that there until Friday and then did a claim on Friday, and it just would have had accumulated all the 5 days. Then, of course, the bonds, you can't buy bonds right now because we are over, the swap is over 1.10. So it is as it is. Now, L7, I need to get here. Okay, let's get you here. Now, like I said, there's many, many, many different options out here. You have Aerodrome, which they actually use for the base rate protocol. You have swap base. This is what I used in the beginning to get my funds from Binance to the base blockchain. It's really, really simple. Just come in, you say, okay, I want to go from BSC to base. Yes, folks, it's really that easy. Well, let me connect my wallet. Okay, there goes Robbie. Okay, now I need to switch networks. It tells you everything you need to do. So switch to BNB chain because that's where they're going to pull it from. So it already switched. So now I would just go in and say, I don't have no USDT there. So like the $11 in BNB I have there, and I want to send that over to base chain in a particular token, USDBC. I can send it over in ETH, whatever I want to send it over there in. So I'm going to leave it like it is. And then scroll down a little bit. So I need to put something in here. It's going to populate and then submit. Well, let's say, and I don't have enough BNB to cover the amount, of course, because I'm using all of it. So if I only did 0.3, then it disappears. It's really simple, legends. Don't to cover the swap amount and the estimated gas cost for the transfer session input to be 0.03. Okay, so I need to make that match. Okay. But of course, I'm not doing it. I'm just saying that in order to make that pop out, I guess because it's fluctuating. Anyhow, and then you click submit, and that's it. So now your funds went from the BNB blockchain to base. You're good to go. You also have, there's just so many. And but now they've improved it so you don't even need to do that anymore. You just come right here and you can go to swap. So once you get to the blockchain, your funds to here, then you can just swap everything. You don't even need to go out to Arrow. And here you can come in here. Once you have your funds here, you can come in here, say I want this many B rates or this many B shares and whatever, and just swap them and then go ahead and deposit them. Or you say, okay, well, L7, I need to make the LP tokens, liquidity pool tokens, and you can do the same thing right here. Just click add liquidity. So you want to do B rate and ETH. Then I can say I want to do 0.01. It'll tell me how much I need in ETH. They tell you the volatile pool or the stable pool, and then approve the B rate, approve the ETH, and then supply, and then you have it and you're all set. Just that easy. Then at that point, you would just go back into staking, which we just did the B share and the ETH. Then I would come in here and then click stake. This will be populated with how many LPs I have. Click that, click stake, and all set. It's just that easy. Then you're like, okay, well, L7, I made some profit, but I need to move it back to the Binance Smart Chain. Same thing. Just go back here to swap base, and now you're just going to reverse it. Boom, boom. You're going from base to BNB. It's just that simple. It's really nothing to it. This was the easiest for me to get the funds over here. Of course, you have the change.now, and there's so many different websites out there that you can get the funds over, as you can see in the list that I put here in the video. But this was the easiest for me. It was quick, it was easy, but it really depends on where you're coming from, because there's a pulse chain bridge. So it really depends on where you're coming from. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I'll give you the recommendations in order to get your funds to the base chain. And I think that's about it, legends. Okay, we went to liquidity. And of course, you have the links you can find here is the docs. So you can come in here, click docs, and it will pop up the documents, which is their white paper or whatever they want to call it. They just call it the docs. Then, of course, the Twitter page here. If you're going to do an investment, you need to know what's going on. And then, of course, the Telegram group. Then they do have a referral down here. You get 5% for the referrals. So I think that is it, legends. I just wanted to let you know what was going on. The reason why I didn't do the videos last week is, like I said, me, Max, Mo, we were in so many different protocols out here on base, and they came and they bombed. It was terrible. You would come in, they put the coin out, then 10 minutes later, the coin was gone. They would put a link out, and it was like a dummy. It was just a mess. And, I got to protect my legends the best I could. So, like I said, this came out on Thursday, and I wanted to wait over the weekend. At least first wait was to make sure that the protocol was going to last more than 2 days. Second was that the pre-sellers got all their tokens, and they weren't going to just dump it and crush or crash the protocol and just kill it, because that's what happened. And I'm not even going to name any names, but that's what happened. So that's what's going on. All right, so now let's get back to the presentation. All right, so in reference to swapping, I showed you these websites: swap-based, alien-based, the Pulse Chain Bridge, and of course, changenow.io. I'm going to have the link for, I guess I'm going to put all 4 links in the description. So if you're not on base already, it's really, really, really simple to move them over, and as you saw in the video. And as always, it's for informational, educational purposes only, never intended as any type of financial advice, because I am not a financial advisor. So I may do an update every now and then, especially once they decide to add on new pools. But in the meantime, all I can do is say get based, and just please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And to all of my legends, engage.